Welcome to the groundbreaking ceremony for the Inclusive Playground at Traeger School. My name is Rachel PALOMAKI, and this is my partner in crime, Julie KIEFER. We are the co-chairs of the Sawyer Creek Neighborhood Association, as well as chairs of the Traeger Elementary School PSC Playground Committee. That's a mouthful. This has been a labor of love and a great honor to serve our community and school, as well as neighborhood. We especially want to thank our donors to the project who took two moms on a mission serious when we said we were going to rehabilitate our playground and make it inclusive for our schools and community by the start of this school year. So I have to admit that I am not one for public speaking. So today I nervously step out of my comfort zone to encourage others as well as children. My strengths lie in the work behind the scenes, in the research, in the numbers, in the graphs, images, and PowerPoint presentations, and in digging up and in developing a strong case. That aside, having the ability to identify a concern or problem isn't enough. Being a positive, active part of the solution may be challenging and uncomfortable, but that is where it is internally rewarding. Taking the time to serve your community and your neighborhood and to have a direct impact with whatever your strengths are is the reward. Taking yourself out of your comfort zone, attempting tasks you weren't necessarily trained or experienced in, and having the courage to try with good intentions is valuable. Know that each situation offers an opportunity to learn and grow. For me, I learned that I'm not just a physical therapist and a mom. I'm an active, positive, concerned citizen capable of more than I originally defined myself. I can impact my neighbor and my neighborhood through something as free as my time. What I have learned is that value does not lie in the publicity of the hardship and the time, effort, and work I put into this. Value lies in seeing the positive change, the benefit to the committee as a whole, as well as realizing that I am capable of initiating focused, challenging conversations that may help start a course of change. Mostly, for me, value lies in the fact that with good intentions, I tried. Being valuable to your community is not necessarily defined as leading a committee or having a specific set of skills or experience. It can also be defined as wanting to making a difference and giving something as simple and selfless as your time. Finally, I leave you with a very stirring quote from my dear friend Leona Schaefer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and each of us are blessed to choose how we spend them.
This project is very personal to me because my son has Down syndrome and is one of the 77 children that Traeger serves with a special education need. It would have been very easy for me to walk away from this project. Two of my children are already through elementary school, and my son does well on the playground. It was the response from a potential donor who helped me to form in my own mind why this project is so important. That donor passed on this project because there was already an inclusive park in town, and this project wasn't something new. Now, when a donation committee has limited philanthropic and marketing dollars, I understand the need to put them in the best place possible for their business. However, having one fully accessible park in our city is not enough. That is like saying we only need one accessible store, church, or doctor's office. Hope it's the right denomination, specialist, or the store that you need to go to. As long as people are excluded, especially children, we need to work to make everyone included. The wonderful thing about a playground is it can be an equalizer. While a child may not be able to carry on a conversation at the lunch table, he can swing on a swing next to his peer. While a child may need to be pulled from a classroom to assist in learning a concept, she can go down on a slide next to a friend. The current generation of students have the great benefit of growing up with children with special needs right next to them, not down the hall in another room. Luckily, our school district has made great strides in being a very inclusive district. Studies show that schools that are inclusive not only raise the test scores of children with special education needs, but also the typically developing children as well. Long-term, typically developing children who have experienced inclusion will become more inclusive employers and decision makers. Children with special needs will be better educated and capable, and this in turn will create a generation that is not as dependent as previous generations and makes a more inclusive society. Does all of this come from a playground? Yes, I think it plays a huge part in creating a more inclusive community for all to live, work, and play.
As chairs of the Sawyer Creek Neighborhood Association and the PSC Playground Committee, we wish to thank our partners in the project. Thank you to the City of Oshkosh, the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation's Great Neighborhoods Program, Oshkosh Area YMCA, the Carl Traeger Elementary Site Budget, Parents and Staff for Children Organization at Carl Traeger Elementary, Oshkosh Flyers Football Club, C.R. Meyer, Ambassador Travel, Mercy Medical Center, the Corcoran Family Fund, John and Susan Betty Fund, and all other donors to the project. Thank you for your dedication to our neighborhood, our school, and especially to the children of all abilities. You have all made this possible.
We are not done. We are still in need of additional $12,000 for more solid surfacing on the playground, as well as future phases for musical equipment, fitness stations, and more playground equipment as well. No amount is too small, and no amount is too big. So, and there's no time limit on it. So at any time that you feel moved, you can make a donation by donating through the school's PSC. And we thank you. We now welcome Dr. Stan Mack, Superintendent of the Oshkosh Area School District.
Thank you so much. This is really a special occasion for us to celebrate children number one, all inclusive children number one, to have an opportunity to expand and to create a working environment of play environment for children that goes beyond what expectations are in the community. As we experience in a number of ways, I'm always reminded of the fact that our playgrounds in every one of our school sites are really neighborhood parks. If one calculates carefully, only about 18% of the waking hours for every child are actually in school. Unfortunately, I wish there were more. But 18%, meaning that some 82% of the waking hours of children are nights, weekends, holidays, summers, all of which then create an environment that neighborhood park, that place that you can come to with parents, grandparents, and other supports in life to be a party to that experience is just simply outstanding. 82% of the time, waking hours, children are potentially available to come to a neighborhood park and enjoy it, in addition to the time that is part of recess and physical education opportunities during the school day. One of the things that I'm most pleased with in my now going on 5 years in Oshkosh is the wonderful partnership that exists between the city and the school district. More than 5 years ago, and as I've read the history and progress of this community, the school district had turned its back on the community, and the community had kind of turned its back on the school district. And what we have seen in the last 5 years, beginning really with the overwhelming support before I arrived of building a new and replacement Oaklawn Elementary School, we have continued to build that partnership with leadership from the school board that is interested in partnering with all our communities, and especially our center city, that being Oshkosh, the city of Oshkosh, as well as the efforts of the city council and city leadership, including city manager Mark Roloff, to partner continuously with us in every single way. Those partnerships, combined with all of the groups that have been listed as major contributors and individuals to this effort, create a community that is supportive, that honors its children, and remembers regularly the most important task of adults is to raise and honor the next generation of children. We are so pleased to be a partner in this effort. Congratulations to the leadership and our two leaders in the effort. Their phenomenal work is simply a great honor to be a partner with. Thank you very much.
Now Mayor Cummings is here from the city of Oshkosh.
Thank you. I was asked to make some comments about the city's commitment to our neighborhoods. And since I was first on the council about 6 years ago, that has been my focus, and it's the focus of the council is our neighborhoods, our healthy neighborhood initiatives. And we're thrilled that we finally have a neighborhood association west of Highway 41. So it's taken us 5 years to make that leap over the highway. But we are the city, and the city council is totally committed to our neighborhoods. We feel a vibrant neighborhood makes a vibrant city. And as we look at economic development, our neighborhoods are the reason people do locate and stay in the community. So today is with great pride we celebrate the groundbreaking on the Timberwolves Inclusive Community Playground at Carl Traeger Elementary School. And congratulations to the Sawyer Creek Neighborhood Association raising over $60,000 in cash and in-kind donations for the playground. We are pleased to announce a matching grant to be awarded to the project through the Great Neighborhoods Program, which is funded through the city's capital improvement program and the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation. The intent of the Great Neighborhoods Program is to strengthen neighborhoods throughout the city of Oshkosh, recognize neighborhood associations and groups working to support healthy neighborhoods are encouraged to submit project proposals for consideration annually. And for those of you who are not that familiar with some things going on the east side, which is where these initiatives began, I'll just list some of the projects that have gone on the last 4 to 5 years. Through collaboration with the school district, there's been a lot of re-landscaping and changes at E. Cook Elementary School. In Menominee Park, there's a statue of Chief Oshkosh. The Menominee Park South Association has been making efforts to re-landscape that whole area, make it more visible, new signage, more description on the Chief Oshkosh's contribution to the community. The Milner's Bay Association had a project to re-landscape the area surrounding the George Washington Monument on the corner of Hazel and New York. Downtown, there's a William Waters Plaza across from City Hall, and through the efforts of the River East Neighborhood Association, that has been redesigned and will be rebuilt. The Ferry Crossing Neighborhood Association, which is on the northeast side in the area, sort of near the Payne, a little bit north. The Tyke Miller Park has new playground equipment and a butterfly garden, thanks to that association. Stevens Park Associate, which is where I live, way on the east side, there's been a new shelter, ball diamonds, tennis courts, and a community garden. And then in Middle Village, which is the area just north of City Hall, there have been new pocket parts put in through the Middle Village Association. And then a work in process of the Sea, Sand, and Sailor Land, which is being done by the Menominee Park South Association. So all in all, there's a lot of activity throughout the city. You can consider it a lot of beautification, but a lot of upgrades to existing city properties, thanks to all the efforts of the associations and their volunteers. This particular project here exemplifies One Oshkosh, which is a unified effort of individual organizations using their strengths and resources to improve Oshkosh neighborhoods. And Stan mentioned, the playgrounds are considered parks. The city has in excess of 431 acres of parks, not including the playgrounds at our various schools. Again, it's all part of the quality of life that this community offers to its residents and potential newcomers. The rehabilitation and upcycling of the current playground will make it fully accessible and inclusive to the diverse population of the neighborhood children, students, and community members. It's another example of why Oshkosh is a great place to live, work, play, and learn. And none of this would be possible without the assistance of additional funding from the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation. It is at this time I would like to invite KARLENE GRABNER to the podium to say a few words on behalf of the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation. KARLENE?
Thank you. Step in front of you. Is this yours?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am KARLENE GRABNER with the Community Foundation, and we are thrilled and honored to be here. We are proud to be a part of this gift. And when I was asked to make some remarks today, we do the typical public-private partnership with a lot of the activities that we've gotten to do in this community. But we're here today with the neighborhood associations because of people like these two women right here. We wanted to get in front of the people that live in these neighborhoods and that really feel passionate about their streets and their communities, their parks, their churches, and whatever that may be in their 10-mile, 5-mile radius. And that is why our board decided to make this gift, was to get to the people that live in these households, and not just the connections that you see us do all the time, but to get with the individuals that live in these places and to be able to say, we're going to offer you this, how can we work together to improve the neighborhood that you live in? So that's the reason, you know, we really made this gift right from the beginning. I can only hope more people come forward to me and say, we've got another 20,000, we got another 100,000 to give to the neighborhood projects, because it's really important, and it's really important to see the work that people in their neighborhoods can do when they're given some money and given some energy behind being able to do something great like this. So we're thrilled to be a part of it. So, and now we're going to do a check presentation.
For those of you back, this does say $50,000.
Yeah, so we, on the behalf of the Community Foundation, the City of Oshkosh, and all the donors and the partners, we are thrilled to give you this $50,000 check, and continue to match it and continue to grow it.
Thank you. So we have some gold shovels now to kind of break the ground, and we want to invite everyone to have some cookies, and we've got some waters, and help yourself. And I think I've got some kid helpers to help me break the ground as well. Lucas, Violet, Oscar, Levi somewhere. Brandon and Isaac. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, shovel! Good job! Nice job! Alright, let's have some cookies. On behalf of the Traeger Elementary School family, we want to thank everybody for coming out today. In my office, I have one of my favorite quotes by Gandhi that says, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And these two ladies have been that change for our neighborhood. Rachel came to our PSC about 1.5 years ago, and she had a fabulous idea. It's windy out here on the playground in winter, and she was interested in installing a windbreak. And so we met with maintenance staff, and it was determined that that probably wouldn't work for us. And I said, well, Rachel, you know what we really could use? Our playground is aging, and we need to start thinking about a renovation. And she took that on and had no idea where that was going to lead. And here we are today to celebrate their hard work and their talents of bringing many different groups together in a way that's never done before. So let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please enjoy the treats.